All right, y'all. This is Nana Carr, Functional Training Zone brand ambassador and also host of the Uncommon Connectors podcast. We are here today at the Wave Summit at the Grand Hyatt Hotel here with
Nikia Armstrong.
Nakia Armstrong, and we are going to ask some quick questions to get more insight into who this wonderful lady is and also what she contributes to Encore. So first and foremost, Nakia, tell me a little bit about your role with Encore so the students can know what you do.
Okay, sure. My name is Nikia Armstrong, and I'm the senior DET at the Gaylord National in Oxon Hill, Maryland. So as a senior DET, I oversee our $21 million operations from the aspects of operation, our sales, and as well as our rigging division.
Amazing. It sounds like you're a big deal.
Some may say, depending on who you ask. Yes.
She's a big deal. She's being humble. She's being humble, okay? So we're here, like I said, at the Wave Summit. So can you give some insight into why you feel the Wave Summit is so important?
So for me, starting in the Encore in the industry 26 years ago, there was few to none women, especially from the operational aspect. So for me, I'm very proud to be part of this with the company Encore in a way to actually attract women to the audiovisual industry. As we know, it's male dominated, and sometimes women seem to shy away just because it's males. But I want them to understand, as females, you bring a different perspective, you bring a different knowledge base, and something can very much enrich not only your experience, the experience of others that you work with as well.
Great answer. So I just want to give my personal take. This is my second year coming. I saw you last year, you probably don't remember. But not only is Nakia amazing, but also this summit is so important because it does highlight women of all colors, all backgrounds, and how they can enter the audiovisual field and not only enter it, but thrive in it. And as we see, we have an example here. So as you are thriving, can you walk us through a day in your life, in your role?
So one thing I say, no matter what role you're in, especially in the audiovisual industry, every day is not the same day. So for me, I typically get in the office about 6 o'clock in the morning. And the reason I do that, it allows me to give me a couple of hours to myself to kind of go through the points such as the required reports, required meetings, required paperwork I have to do. Because for me, I have an open door policy. So if one of my technicians, a hotel person comes in my office at 10 o'clock and they need to have a conversation, whether it's professional or personal, I kind of put everything to the side and kind of have that conversation with them. So when I say every day is different, some days I may be walking at the Gaylord 10 miles. Some days I may never leave my desk. But ultimately, it's a day to ensure that, one, for me, that my team members have what they need that day, that as my hotel partners, they feel that we are actually partnering with them, and to make sure the clients are happy and successful in their goal of why they actually came to the hotel to have their conference. So it consists of me walking around, talking to actual clients. It consists of me walking to the hotel partners, say, hey, you have anything's going on. At times, I'll walk into the rooms where my technicians are teching and say, hey, is everything going? Do you need anything? Other days, I kind of take myself a lunch break sometimes and actually focus on things that I need to do. But every day is different. I think that's an aspect of the industry that allows me to keep me on my toes, very much creative thinking, conflict resolution, and very much not get monotonous. So every day is different. I just prepare for whatever it comes and hope I get the skill base and knowledge base right there to handle it. If not, I'll go back and figure it out.
Absolutely. And we did a tour today, right? And they told us all about what it's like to work, a day in the life here. And one of the key things that I remember is that you do have to be adaptable. You have to stay on your toes and you have to be resourceful and know. One big thing you guys talked about in the panel is knowing when to ask for help and who to ask for help with. So let's say a student or someone that is aspiring to enter this field were to ask you for help. What is one message or one important resource you would give them?
One thing I would say is ask questions. One of the biggest things, like Tony kind of mentioned earlier today, is the networking component. Invest in yourself. When I say invest in yourself, it's very much outside of doing the research and talking to people. It's what are my strengths and what are my weaknesses. Do that self-evaluation because it prepares yourself to have those conversations, whether they're great conversations or difficult conversations, but it also allow you to take that constructive criticism and actually process it and learn. Okay, this is what I'm going to do better next time.
Absolutely. That is amazing advice. That's why they pay you the big bucks, girl. That's why you, that's
Look,
why,
I got
listen,
kids in college, so I ain't got no money. So, yes,
that's why you are a big deal here at Encore and changing the world one event at a time. We appreciate you. So just in case someone's watching this and they love your vibe and they love what you're talking about and they want to connect with you on LinkedIn, how can they find you?
So I am Nakia Armstrong. It's Nakihah. Armstrong. So Encore is listed, so you can find me there and LinkedIn. And I'm always at the Gaylord National. And, Oxon Hill. It's not that many girls named Nakia, so if you ask, they'll probably know who I am. But yes, that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. And we really appreciate you. So if you love what she said, reach out to her, get some help, and get into this field because it is a very important field to be in. And again, this is Netta, and we are done.